Before I go, there is one thing I'd like. Do you have a recent case? A case, say, in the last year or two that might be of interest? I'll make the feature story along with the article.
So, today, we're filming this real time. This is going to go up today because I feel that I should address it. Good morning, first of all. Hi, how are we doing? We're having coffee together. How are my friends? Are we doing great? Let me know down below. How's your October going? Are we having fun? Did we do fun things this weekend? Anyways, if you hear the cats, I apologize. Suki and Quinn run amok constantly. Well, I would do my intro. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, you subscribe, all of that. I'm sure you know by now, if you're a returning viewer, that that's what we need to do. There's no makeup on. I literally just rolled out of bed, just made this cup of coffee. Because today we're going to address what happened to the Fiberomancing knitting podcast. I get asked this quite a bit. Megan, where did your knitting content go? What happened? Well, it didn't go anywhere. I just don't film it as much. There are literally like 4 projects right in front of me. I just don't film it like I used to. After so long of sitting here talking to you guys just like this, setting up the ring light and speaking with you guys, I got so bored of it. I got so bored of the podcast setup and just talking, for it to feel like there was absolutely no growth of my channel. I was not reaching anybody. It's so oversaturated, in my opinion, of showing it. But I do, in fact, still work on projects. In fact, I have to finish this. This is what I was gonna do, but I decided that I was gonna sit down and talk to you guys instead. I made a second Mostly Ghostly using Lion Brand Heartland and whatever the Lion Brand, I think it's right here, the DIY glow. So this year's Mostly Ghostly is gonna glow in the dark, okay? I can tell you all about this project. This project is part of the Fall Favorites collection by Meg Ryan, also known as Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knit. It is the most worn, I'm out of focus. It is one of my most worn sweaters, the one that I did using the Lion Brand Hearts brand in the more autumnal colors. I wear it with just about everything. I always get so many comments about it. If you look over on my Instagram, you can see that I've been wearing it quite frequently. It really didn't go anywhere, but like, again, that's just what I need to finish. That's one sleeve. I have one sleeve left. That might be this year's Rhineback sweater. I have quite a few different things, but I'll show you more in a second. But after that event, I'm not even gonna mention its name. I got trolled by so many people, not only in the knitting community, but also just trolls in general came flooding to my channel after Vlogtober last year after attending that event. If you guys don't know what event I'm talking about, just dive a little bit deeper, figure out which fiber event happened. That was an absolute disaster, and realize that I was the first person to post a YouTube video about it, because I was filming every single day and then posting within the same 24 hours or like even on the same day. I got pushed into Reddit, and again, Reddit is a scary place for people to find you that aren't part of your target market, and they come for you, and they will with their pitchforks, and it really made me evaluate what it was about the fiber community as a whole that I wanted to be part of, because at that point in time, I wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. Yes, I still occasionally work with Dragonhorn Yarn. I test her patterns. I haven't tested anything this year because I'm working on so many other projects and aspects of my life, not only myself. I homeschool my kids. So if you didn't know that and you're just finding me, or you guys are a long-time viewer, you guys know I'm homeschooling my kids. My kids are much larger and they're growing because that's how timelines work. So I'm trying to do activities and spend time with them. So when I'm doing that, I'm not sitting and working. I'm working on our house. in cleaning up our house. Last year my grandfather passed away, and it really took all, I was taking care of him while he was, you know, he had cancer. My grandmother's health has been problematic due to falling. There's so many things in this and that I could go into that take away from that. So sharing all the other aspects of my life with you have brought me so much more joy, because I did do so much more than just knit. But for those of you who want to see my knitting content, I can, if it's something you guys really, really want to see, if you want to see more of my knitting, more than me just posting the finished objects over on my Instagram, I can sit down and try and show you guys, but like for the long part, I'm working on the same thing over and over again, and I don't want to talk about it a bunch because I'm working on so many other projects over here. You know, I'm working on projects everywhere, and I'm filming this in real time. I'm gonna sit down and edit this once I'm done. So don't eat the scissors. All right. So just to keep going with what I was saying, is this stagnant format just no longer brought me joy, and it backed me up into a huge corner as far as creating content and what actually brought me joy, because there's so much more to my life, and I liked sharing it more than I liked sharing what I was working on. But again, it's also hard to want to share things when you're only making a few things, and it becomes like there's no way to make more content without making more things, and I'm just trying to be a lot more conscious with what I'm creating. However, I did make like multiple of these little free, like this is a free pattern. I will try and go back and link it down below. Little kid pumpkin hat. I made one for Aurora. I made one for a family friend. This one is also for a family friend if I see them, hopefully soon. Just is using some scrap green yarn and Cascade, I want to say Heritage or 220, I don't remember, whatever their basic worsted weight is in this orange color. I know they don't have colorway names, so this is just orange and some leftover wool yarn that we had. So I've made multiple of these. I had planned to show off all of my spooky sweaters that I had made in a different video, but for those of you who are asking and want to see it right now, this is again from the Fall Favorites collection. This is I don't know what the name of the cats are. This is using Lion Brand Wool Ease. I wanted to originally make black cats with it, but the black looked too stark against this mauve pastel pink, which you guys know, it's very similar to Spectral Lace, which is the color I helped create in Dragon Horde Yarn's shop. She designed a custom color for me and she kept it in the shop. So if you purchase or make something with Spectral Lace, feel free to tag me, because that's something that I helped create. It was originally a custom color that I asked specifically for the Nevermore? The Nevermore sweater that she came out with last year before Rhinebeck. I wore it last year to Rhinebeck, but again, that last year was just so draining that I didn't even like show off the sweater I was wearing. It's very similar. So that was a custom color. Fun fact, that colorway was, the pictures that I sent her are actually the same colors that I pulled the color, I don't know, remember what the name of the color cues, like what the colors are themselves, for my website. So Spectral Lace is actually the same color of my blog, which if you guys didn't know, I run a blog. I post things there. It's more life and books and stuff like that. But again, this is, Megan's pattern is so easy to follow. It has a large variety of sizes for you all, and it's broken up beautifully. So this is the size 2. Again, I check your gauge, all of that. But yeah, I'm still knitting, guys. Here is this sweater. I'm not buying a lot of indie yarn because I just have been working on the house, and the house takes a lot of as much as I love it, it takes a lot of money to renovate an old house or fix it up or maintain it, whatever you want to say. Our house was built in 1790s, so as you can imagine, we spend a lot of time upkeeping it because we love it, and this is our forever home. If you guys didn't see all of this cut stuff behind me, all custom recreation of our beautiful colonial style. Is this inside and out all the way? I'm gonna be wearing this next week. This is the carved sweater by Emily Herver. I modified this greatly. It is not designed to do this. I went up multiple sizes. I went up needle sizes. No, I went up 3 sizes as far as count went, and then knew it was going to be oversized. And so then to get the drape, not only did it's meant for DK, this is actually knit up on, again, the Lion Brand Heartland, which is the most beautiful pumpkin color. I went up on to a size 8 to create the drape, which is the suggested gauge on the ball band, right? To create this. This is, I'm gonna wear this to the Numkeg pumpkin party thing that they have, where you can look at all the carved pumpkins. Very similar to the one they have in, it's like, the one in New York near Sleepy Hollow. So yeah, I'm still working on projects. I'm just not showcasing them as much. And then this is my other sweater that I'm currently working on. Is the Chalet sweater by, oh my goodness, who's it by? Samantha Gearing Designs, okay? I have a knockoff spin cycle in there. This is almost done also. I'm almost done with the body of this. I want it to be super cropped. And so this is the sweater that I'm working on here. Which, again, I just have to go back in. This is using Yarn B from Hobby Lobby. Yarn, I don't know where the ball band is. Again, I was gonna go through and talk about all these things, but you guys, these are the colors. I love this. It's a barber pole style yarn, okay? And then just a cheap, whatever. Which one is this? Simply Flawless in the colorway teal. I'm not buying a lot of yarn. Also, I'm working on a baby blanket, if you saw at the end of the vlog, using the leftover velvet yarn. I'm working on a baby blanket for the kittens, or well, for me to throw. And that is using, it was a free pattern, the Tris Baby Blanket by Kreppel Knits. Again, I can link that down below for you guys if you're curious. That's using the same velvet yarn. But I really just shifted my focus because part of showing off what you're knitting is buying things, what you're making, and there's a lot of weird negative stigma around just buying box store craft yarn. So after being viciously attacked by so many people, not only in the fiber community, but like just random people, I really lost my drive to want to keep creating. And I'm gonna tell you that progress and growth really affect like your inner being. So to get stuck in a corner of no growth and no progress after posting all of the things that I was so happy to share became incredibly just draining and unfulfilling, to the point where I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? I'm not gonna stop. I really did stop posting it, but I do show occasionally in the vlogs what's going on and what I'm working on. But a lot of the time, it just boiled down to I am no longer happy with the community as a whole. There's a lot of very snarky people. I can't even pinpoint anybody, so don't ask, well, who was it? And the people that I did make that have become really great friends, I still talk to and I show projects to, and I do on occasion share the projects I'm working on in my Instagram stories. I just don't sit down like this and talk to you guys because it bores me. And why would I don't want to create content that bores me, because then it translates to you guys, and nobody wants to watch me being completely and utterly grumpy about everything when there's so much pressure to just create and stay on top of what are the new patterns, what's going out. Oh, are you doing the Wesnitz make along? No, I'm not. I never do the Wesnitz Schlanket shawl giant make along. And then I considered actually doing it just to bring in some more knitters from the knitting community, but I'm not posting that much. But I do still work on stuff, just not as much as I used to. It's no longer my sole focus in life, because when I evaluated my life in the beginning of the year and what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to work on and what aspects of my life, creativity was the most fulfilled and what I focus on the most. So that left so many other aspects of my life, one being environment, which would be, you know, am I happy in my space? Am I happy where that is? No. Career, which, you know, guys, I do a lot. YouTube is my career, or it's, you know, the platform that I build a lot of it off of. And it was not fulfilling me. And as much as I love all the friends that I've made along the way, I can start sharing more if enough of you guys actually want to watch it. But I just felt very stuck, and that's what happened to it, is it was just no longer serving me joy to sit like this. And I did do it just like this because there's no other way to talk about it. And of course I can bring it back, but I'm not working on a lot, so you'd see the same things or you wouldn't see anything at all, and that just doesn't feel fair as building a community that just to. And again, it's not fair that I left you guys hanging as to what really happened, but I did intend to address it this month while I'm posting every single day. But I do find so much more joy with sharing just life and inspiration in general with all of you. So with that being said, I'm gonna drink my now cold coffee, and because I could chat forever. Yep, confirmed. Now lukewarm. So if you guys watched all of this, I really appreciate you. If you really want to see knitting stuff more like as its own video, I can do maybe like a once a month sum up of everything I've worked on that's fiber knitting related. Obviously there's more around the house. I work on socks constantly that go in my bag while I'm traveling. I just don't, it's not in the forefront of it, of what I'm working on. So let me know down below if you guys want to see more of that. If you would like it to make a comeback, I can try and work it in so that you guys get that. I do talk about what I'm knitting and what projects I am in the membership. I did step away from posting it publicly, and kind of, it's in the Discord. So tier 2 and tier 3, you guys get an update of all of the things that I'm working on, project ideas and stuff in there, if you're wondering where it went. Because those are the people that I 100% know want to see what I'm working on. All right, that's gonna do it for us today. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, let me know. Okay, let me know we're still friends, and I'm sorry I've let you guys down. And give this video a thumbs up, push the video out there if you so feel inclined. Really helps out my channel, helps out the growth. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.